Self-driving car technology that sounded like science fiction just a couple of years ago is now a reality.
Every year on the car show, automakers like Toyota, Nissan, Mercedes flock the show with the cool and weird car concept. BMW even cooperated with Lyft to create their new style of life.
And request.
The existence of self-driving cars is not a bad thing in our life, as computers, software, thermal mechanisms, and sensors will take over the driving. It reduces traffic accident, which means there will be fewer deaths and injuries. There will be less traffic in the city, as the computers will calculate the most efficient way to work and back home. Self-driving cars also enlarge the area the elderly can go, as they drive themselves and provide them with much more entertainment in their spare time. The car seems to be getting smarter and smarter, and the technology seems to be getting better and better. However, does it really mean that the self-driving car is right at the corner? No. Or to be more explicit, it's very far away from us. You may see a lot of companies flattering about their cars in advertisement, giving them labels such as self-driving, autonomous, etc. However, these so-called self-driving cars are only in level 4, which is defined as the car can only operate without human input oversight under selected conditions, whereas a fully autonomous car, what you need to do is just enter a destination, and that's it. Apart from the limitation on the technology aspect, the burst of the self-driving car may also cause some socio-ethical problems. Since only the computer decides what the car is going to do, a crash into a person is no longer a reaction that can be excused by human instinct, but a decision. A decision may be made months, even years ago. Who is going to be responsible for the crash? The car company, the software engineer, or the car itself? If someone died in a self-driving car accident, is it a homicide? The lawyer is going to sue everyone, and the society and the law system are far away from ready. There's actually a very famous problem that tried to discuss this problem in the philosophical extent, the trolley problem. You can search for the generic description online, but here I only want to talk about the self-driving version. Imagine this a little bit extreme condition. The car is driving along the road and suddenly 5 people popped out. The car only has 5 seconds to decide whether it just goes straight ahead and hit the 5 people because they're irresponsible for themselves, or swerve to the pedestrian, sparing the life of the 5 guys with the cost of 1 pedestrian, or the car can just crash into the wall with the risk of passenger's life. Well, honestly, none of these decisions are wrong, but only based on the ethics of different people. What really matters are the two quite contradicted philosophical concepts behind the decision. Utilitarian from Jeremy Bentham, which emphasized the minimum damaging total, and deontology from Immanuel Kant, which puts the passenger's safety in the first place without considering the consequence. According to research conducted by Iyad Rahan from MIT Media Lab, most people recite Bentham. Problem solved. However, when they were asked if they would buy such a car, 60% of the answer is no. Some experts have the idea of creating a value table which defines the priority of different objects. The University of Austin is actually collaborating with a virtual reality company, Oculus, to make the value code. However, there are so many different ethics standards on Earth. We have white guys, yellow guys, black guys. Should we just use one code, or are we supposed to use 3 different codes? And if people are voting because of racism and sexism, and we are trying to fix those problems, aren't we just going back to our original point? Yeah, it sounds frustrating. So, without solving these problems, self-driving car is not a mature product, not to mention right at the corner. So just calm down and select the car that suits you most.